Welcome back to the Daily Brief, your #1 source for news updates in Southeast Asia. First up, heavy ashfall disrupts thousands in Sorsogon as Bulusan Volcano erupts. Next, a party list nominee was shot dead in Sampaloc, Manila. And in our last story, 2 fatal tricycle accidents rock Ilocos Norte. Here's a look at today's local exchange rates for the Philippines and Thailand, followed by the weather. Thousands of residents in Sorsogon province were affected Monday morning after Mount Bulusan unleashed a powerful phreatic eruption, sending thick ash plumes into nearby towns and forcing evacuations. According to the Sorsogon Provincial Information Office, several barangays in the municipalities of Juban and Irasan experienced heavy ashfall after the early morning eruption. Photos shared by local authorities showed roads, rooftops, and fields blanketed in gray ash. Police Regional Office 5 Director Andre Dizon reported that a total of 118 individuals, representing 33 families, from Barangay Cogon in Irasan and Barangay Puting Sapa in Juban were evacuated as a precaution. The evacuees were transported to designated evacuation centers where they received immediate assistance. Dizon further noted that thick ashfall was observed in Barangays Puting Sapa and Buraburan in Juban. Moderate ashfall was recorded in Barangay Guruyen and 2 other nearby barangays. Motorists were advised to drive cautiously due to reduced visibility and slippery road conditions caused by ash deposits. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, confirmed that Bulusan's eruption began at around 4:36 a.m. and lasted for approximately 24 minutes, ending by 5 a.m. A bent ash plume was observed rising up to 4.5 kilometers above the crater before drifting west to southwest. As a result, PHIVOLCS raised the alert level for Bulusan from level 0, normal, to level 1, low-level unrest, signaling the need for increased vigilance due to possible additional phreatic eruptions. Ashfall was documented across multiple barangays including Cogon and Bolos in Irasan, Puting Sapa, Guruyen, Buraburan, and Talachala Sur in Juban. In addition, PHIVOLCS reported a pyroclastic density current, PDC, a fast-moving flow of hot gas and volcanic matter that descended the volcano's southwestern slopes and traveled up to 3 kilometers from the summit vent. Authorities strongly reminded residents. Communities near ashfall zones must wear protective masks or use wet cloths to prevent inhalation of ash particles. The 4-kilometer permanent danger zone surrounding the volcano must remain strictly off-limits. Extra caution is required within the 2-kilometer Extended Danger Zone, EDZ, particularly on the southeast side, due to risks from sudden hazards such as PDCs, ballistic projectiles, rockfall, avalanches, and further ashfall. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, CAAP, also issued a notice to airmen, NOTAM, warning pilots to avoid the airspace near Bulusan Volcano due to the threat of sudden explosive activity. The vertical flight restriction, covering up to 21,000 feet, is effective from 8:28 a.m. on April 28 until 4:36 a.m. on April 29. While no serious injuries or fatalities were immediately reported, PHIVOLCS cautioned that aftershocks and possible follow-up eruptions remain possible. Local government units and emergency response teams continue to monitor the situation closely while providing aid to affected families. As Sorsogon deals with the aftermath, the national government and disaster response agencies are urging the public to stay alert, follow official advisories, and prioritize health and safety, especially as volcanic activity remains unpredictable. A party list nominee was tragically shot and killed in Sampaloc, Manila on Sunday, sending shockwaves across the political and local communities. According to reports from the Manila Police District, MPD, the victim, whose identity is being withheld pending notification of family members, was ambushed by unidentified assailants while walking along a busy street in Barangay 527, Sampaloc around noon. Witnesses told investigators that the suspects, riding a motorcycle, approached the victim and fired several shots before quickly fleeing the scene. The victim sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead upon arrival at a nearby hospital. Authorities are still trying to determine the motive behind the attack. Investigators are looking into several angles, including personal grudges, political rivalry, or other potential threats connected to the victim's work as a party list nominee for the upcoming elections. MPD Chief Police Brigadier General André Dizon said a thorough investigation is underway. We are closely examining all possible motives. We have already requested CCTV footage from surrounding establishments to identify the suspects, Dizon said. The Commission on Elections, COMELEC, expressed concern over the incident, calling for intensified security measures for candidates and nominees, particularly as the election season heats up. This kind of violence has no place in our democratic process, said a COMELEC spokesperson. We urge law enforcement agencies to swiftly bring the perpetrators to justice. Meanwhile, political groups and human rights advocates condemned the attack, calling it an alarming reminder of the risks faced by individuals involved in public service and politics in the Philippines. Local officials in Sampaloc have also called for tighter police visibility and community vigilance to prevent further violence. As of this writing, the MPD has formed a special task group to focus on the case, and authorities are appealing to anyone who may have witnessed the incident to come forward and assist in the investigation. The tragic death of the party list nominee adds to a growing list of politically related violence, sparking renewed calls for peace, security, and fair elections in the country. Two separate tricycle accidents claimed the lives of two men in Ilocos Norte, highlighting the dangers faced by motorists on provincial roads. In Barangay 18, San Nicolas, a man driving a tricycle tragically lost his life after a collision with a truck along a steep portion of the highway. According to a report by Glam Calicton Dizon for GMA Regional TV1 North Central Luzon, authorities' investigation revealed that the tricycle veered into the opposite lane, leading to a direct collision with the oncoming truck. The impact of the crash was so intense that the tricycle was severely crushed, trapping the driver inside the wreckage. Emergency responders rushed the victim to the nearest hospital, but he was declared dead on arrival due to the extent of his injuries. Meanwhile, the truck driver voluntarily surrendered to the police shortly after the incident. He has reportedly initiated discussions with the family of the deceased regarding the accident. Authorities continue to conduct a thorough investigation to determine possible charges and assess the full circumstances leading up to the tragic event. In a separate incident in Bacara, Ilocos Norte, a 63-year-old farmer also died after his tricycle plunged into a deep farmland ravine. Police reports state that the accident occurred as the victim lost control of his tricycle while navigating a sharp curve along a rural road. The vehicle reportedly slipped off the road and tumbled into a deep, rugged field below. The elderly farmer suffered severe head injuries as a result of the fall, which ultimately caused his death. Authorities remind the public, especially drivers of two- and three-wheeled vehicles, to exercise extreme caution when traveling on steep and winding roads, particularly in rural areas where barriers and road signs may be lacking. These tragic accidents underscore the urgent need for stricter traffic enforcement and enhanced road safety measures in Ilocos Norte and other provinces. Local officials have pledged to review road conditions in accident-prone areas and to launch additional public awareness campaigns aimed at promoting safe driving practices among motorists. In the meantime, police continue to appeal to the public for vigilance and discipline on the roads to help prevent further loss of lives. Thank you for watching the Daily Brief. If you enjoyed this video, please share and subscribe so you won't miss out on any future updates. Please take care and we